Africa, a land rich in culture, resources, and wisdom. Long before colonization, great civilizations thrived here. From the golden sands of the Sahara to the lush forests of the Congo. Africa was not just a continent, it was a mosaic of kingdoms and ideas. Each region had its own heartbeat, its own rhythm, its own way of life. Before colonization, Africa was not a dark, empty land. It was home to powerful kingdoms like Mali, Songhai, Benin, and Ethiopia. Great cities traded in gold, salt, ivory, and ideas. Libraries stood in Timbuktu. Art, music, and culture flourished. Africa had wealth, Africa had knowledge, Africa had pride. So when we ask, why is Africa underdeveloped, we must first remember, Africa was already developed before Europe came. Powerful empires like Mali, Ghana, and Songhai rose with wealth from trade. In the 14th century, Mansa Musa of Mali was so wealthy that when he traveled to Mecca, he carried so much gold that the value of gold in Egypt dropped for years. Ghana, known as the land of gold, dazzled traders from across the world. And in Songhai, scholars filled the city of Timbuktu, where libraries held thousands of manuscripts on medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. Africa traded gold, salt, diamond, cocoa, rubber, and ivory across vast trade routes. Caravans stretched like rivers of humanity across the Sahara, carrying salt from Tagaza, gold from the Niger River, and ivory from the East African coast. In bustling ports like Kilwa and Mombasa, Arab, Indian, and African merchants exchanged not just goods, but stories, languages, and ideas. Africa was deeply connected to the world long before European ships arrived. In Ife and Benin, bronze sculptures shone with craftsmanship so advanced that Europeans who later saw them could not believe they were African-made. Griots, the oral historians, carried the memory of entire peoples through song and story. Families lived by values of community and respect, guided by elders and traditions that gave balance to life. Education was not only for elites, learning was woven into daily living. This was Africa before colonization, a land of strength, knowledge, and promise. But history took a sharp turn. As Europe looked beyond its borders for wealth, Africa's great kingdoms faced a storm. Before we see how the storm arrived, pause for a moment. Imagine if Africa's golden age had been allowed to continue. What would our world look like today?